Welcome to the Las Vegas Where and What to Eats podcast, brought to you by Caddy, a social media app for foodies like me. Stay tuned until the end of the episode for a special deal from our guest. Today's guest is Regina Simmons. Hi.
Hi. How are you guys?
Regina.
Good. And she is the owner of Tacotarian.
Yes, I am.
So talk to us. What was the concept behind Tacotarian?
Well, it all started with tacos, right? I am Mexican. I, of course, love tacos. And I always wanted to open my own, Mexican restaurant. With, the ideas and everything that we wanted to add to the concept, we thought that there was really not that many vegan restaurants in town. And we understood that was going to make us unique and different than everyone else. So my partners are vegan, so we just blend their diet and my love for Mexican food, and we built Tacotarian.
But you're not vegan.
I'm vegetarian.
Okay, you're vegetarian. So close.
I did not start the project as a vegan, though. Okay. So it's interesting because I was very passionate to be very traditional with the ingredients and the sauces and everything. So it was incredible to see how we respected the ingredients and the Mexican food, but we were able to create everything plant-based.
So with building a business of any kind or specifically a restaurant, it's not just going to a location and opening the doors. There's a lot that goes into it. So kind of tell us a little bit about how you came up with the name and what was the kind of the process for the formation of the business?
Well, for the name, I can tell you I probably wrote down 100 names in a piece of paper, and I was just this, no. Or you have to find the name, you like the name, and you have to search if someone already used the name, if it's trademarked. So Tacotarian was just what about Tacotarian? And I search, nobody have taken Tacotarian, so I was this is it.
Yeah.
And he was vegetarian, so we thought there'll be confusion with a vegan, and but it was just so good, we couldn't let it go, and we just moved fast on trademarking the name and all that. And then as far as putting a concept together, we had a lot of experience. Our team had a lot of years working in restaurants, and working in other people's restaurants, you made a lot of mistakes, or you learn a lot of what to do and not to do. So we really just took everything we knew, and then we just put it together and made it our own. But it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
a lot of work.
So how long have you been in the restaurant industry?
Well, funny thing is my family I'm from Mexico City. My family in Mexico, they own restaurants.
Oh, okay.
So they've been open for about 85 years.
Wow.
And I've seen it. I never worked in Mexico in the restaurants, but I always saw my grandmother or my aunts or my mom and everybody working in that industry. So when I moved to the States, I naturally was aligned to go to that direction. And I worked my way up. I did everything in restaurants, from doing a hostess and a busser and a server and a manager and an event planner and everything. I did it all because I'm always very energetic. I want to learn a lot, and that I always had my dream. I'm gonna open my own Mexican restaurant. It was never the idea to make it vegan. It's just organically came with the idea that we had, and it was probably the best idea I ever had in my life.
I personally love Tacotarian. I used to, so I moved to the opposite side of town, but I would go to your location on Fort Apache. Mm. Oh my gosh, especially when I first moved over here, I'm this is so delicious. Awesome. It's the al pastor. Oh my gosh. So with that being said, when did you first open your first location?
So it was 2008 when I opened the Fort Apache location.
That was your first location? Yes. Oh my gosh.
And it was small. So I knew okay, this is every time anybody opens any business, but especially a restaurant, it's a gamble, right? Mm-hmm. It could be great or it could be a disaster. It doesn't matter how much experience, how much money, how much everything you have. This is really you're gambling right there. So I thought this was a second gen. It was a small place. Rent was like not too crazy. So I was still working. So I will work in the mornings and then leave work and work at nights at Tacotarian. I do that. Like I did that for months until like Tacotarian was strong enough to survive and like everything. I was like, okay, I can do this. I'm out. See ya. I'm just focusing on Tacotarian. And yeah, but that was our first location.
And 5 years later, 15 years later.
Yeah, well,
15,
we found that people were loving it. And not just the vegans. Like, the vegan is a very loyal and a very good community. They will follow you. To, like, they're very good people. I mean, if you're good.
Yeah.
So we found that they were helping us a lot to get the word out. We were very heavy in social media. But then we will start seeing a lot of non-vegans and realizing that a lot of the non-vegans were coming in. And then we started realizing that mostly of our customers were not vegan. So we were like, okay, that's when we realized that we were doing something good and that we could expand and we could open more. Because, I mean, let's be honest, there's not enough vegans in the world to have too many locations. But when we realized that the non-vegans were liking our product, then we decided to expand and start opening. So every year we open one location. So it's been 5 years, and we have 4 locations in Las Vegas. We have 1 in San Diego, and we're just hoping to continue every year with 1 more location.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. What your last location was where?
The last one was San Diego.
In San Diego?
Yeah.
So with, your first restaurant and now your restaurant in San Diego, what are some changes that you have made? A lot of them?
A lot. Yeah, no, when you start, I mean, you start small, but you have to be so organized. You have to be very clear on who you are as a brand, the values that you put for your brand and your staff. Because at the end of the day, like, the people running your business is your staff, right? So you have to put so much time and love towards your staff to make sure they're taking care of your place. So I think that we changed a lot of that. We're like, at the beginning, I'm a control freak where I'll be like, okay, I'll do this and I'll do that and I'll do that. And you realize, like, no, you want to teach this person how to do this, then teach this person how to do that. So we definitely learn a lot. It was not easy all the time, but I feel like we're going in a good way, like a good direction.
So what has changed with Tacotarian over the years? Like, has the menu always been the same, or has it evolved over time? Have you taken things off, added things like that?
So as far as the menu, we found like we get like a lot of like people that get obsessed with like an item, and like we will add specials every month, and then people will go crazy with the special. So I'll be like, okay, let's add it to the menu. And then the next month, another special, and I'll be, let's add it to the menu. And then eventually I was like, okay, this menu is getting too big. I have to stop being so what we started doing is we have a monthly special, and then we partner with a charity every month, right? And like a part of the sales go to that charity. But we also remove the item from the menu and makes people crave that item. So it helped us kind of like play with people a little. It was like, you really want it? Okay, I'm going to take it away. And like, okay, I'll give it back to you. And it helps a lot with sales. It helps a lot with making that item special and making people be excited about it. So that's mostly what we've been doing. Like we add, we remove, we add, we remove. But from the beginning, we probably added like from day 1 to now, 10 items to the menu.
Wow.
Like,
oh, wow. I would have assumed way more.
Yeah, no, like we
wow.
like our menu was very, very big since the beginning. We just like, we'll just give them stuff and just take them away. Like right now we have this Mexican pizza. People are just crazy, guys. You have no idea. We have so many emails, so many phone calls of people asking us to keep the pizza on the menu. And we're like, we don't have room for this. Like, we can't. So we will just take it away. And whenever it comes back, then people know what to expect and they'll be excited about it.
Have you ever thought about maybe like, okay, I'm going to put one of the locations is going to have certain items and another location, another one. So people can like travel across all the locations to get everything.
That would be a great idea, but it's difficult with social media.
Oh, yeah.
Like tracking where it is. Like, I'm telling you, like if we have to be so careful and organized with everything that we do, because we also have San Diego, right?
Yeah.
So like to add a special, it's a process. You have to make sure all the team is trained. They have all the ingredients. They have the packaging. They have their posters. Like it's a lot of stuff that you have to make sure everybody has right to make sure it flows and people get there and they have the item that we've been promising.
We need a miracle to find a decent restaurant.
Fear not, my weary diners, for I am the dining caddy, and I am here to save you from this culinary catastrophe. You guys, welcome to Tacotarian. It has some of the best plant-based Mexican food you will ever taste.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to stop you right there. I need to take a picture of these and this.
With the Dining Caddy app, you can search with restaurants nearest to you. You can read reviews from people you trust, like your friends and family, and you can get exclusive deals, all brought to you by the Dining Caddy app. Well then, my famished friends, are you going to continue to settle for this mediocre meal?
James, no more settling.
We're gonna download the app and we're joining the flavor revolution.
Looks like my job is done here. Saved another couple from disaster. So you download the Dining Caddy app today so you can protect yourself from this culinary catastrophe.
All right, so Regina, what has been your best-selling item all time at Tacotarian?
So we started our birria platter, which is corn tortilla, and it's like melted cheese and our birria, and it comes like 4 tacos with the broth. So you just dip the taco in the broth. It's like, it's so good, so good. But people went crazy. Like they love it. Like we added to the menu, and we added as a protein to all our like burritos, enchiladas, tacos, like everything. But that's definitely has been one of the best sellers.
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
awesome.
I can just picture it because I've seen it on Instagram. I can just picture it when you were like dipping it. I was like, oh, that's so good.
It is so good.
It's honestly, I eat at your restaurant a lot, and I'm like, this is one of my favorites. Like, yeah, but the Alpa store too, you know.
Definitely.
Secret menu? Any items that people can?
So
order?
we had for a month this crunch wrap. So it's like, I mean,
Little
I don't
Crunch
know.
Wrap Supreme action.
Yeah, exactly. So like the flour tortilla with they have the melted cheese and the crunchy like tostada in it, and the you can pick a protein, lettuce, pico, sour cream, everything in it, and it's like a crunch wrap, and it's like this big. It's like huge, and we put it as a special, and we took it away. So people were going crazy. So we made it a secret menu. So only a few knows about it, but it's, I guess, not that big of a secret anymore. So just ask for it, and they'll make it for you at any of the locations.
Everyone's gonna know about it now. Okay,
Yeah.
so. And what would be like your favorite dish that you've made, or just in general your favorite dish?
I actually love the pastor. So I'm from Mexico City, and like you'll find pastor stands everywhere there. So when we were creating the menu, I was like, we must have pastor. Like we has to have it in the menu. And I love that taco. I can have it every day. I never get bored. I love the cilantro lime dressing and the brown sauce on it. It's just so good. The pineapples, so good. That's definitely my favorite.
My favorite is like I love sweet and savory. It's like pineapple on anything with meat. Yes. Automatic
it's so
yes.
good. So good.
So let's talk a little bit about like the price range of the menu. So what's like the cheapest item, and what's the most expensive item that people can expect when they come to Tacotarian?
Well, we have our tacos, right? So, I mean, we have Dorado Wednesdays where like our Dorado tacos are 99 cents.
Oh, okay.
So probably most expensive item we have at our menu is $16. So we really try to keep our price range around $15 because we want people, first we want vegan food to be available for people, right? Like, and accessible. So I think our price range is great. Our food, the quality of our food is excellent. So I think you get like good food for your buck.
I 100% agree. I mean, eating vegan, eating vegetarian even is so expensive. It's crazy. I mean, you can get, we'll use McDonald's, for example, a burger for $3. And there you go. There's your meal. But if you want a salad, it's like $7 or $8, which is insanity.
It's insane. Like it's something that, I mean, it has to change and it will change with time. But I think we can help with that by making it different. I think a lot of people, they're giving you the commodity to have vegan food. So they're giving you that extra. It's kind of like when you go and ask for like soy milk in a place and they charge you extra for soy milk and you're like, it's still milk, and it costs them the same amount or sometimes less. So you're paying for that. It's vegan food, so I'm making something extra for you. And we just want to change that. We just want to have good food, quality food, and it's affordable and everybody can buy it.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, and then you guys serve alcohol too.
We do.
Only certain locations or every location?
Every location.
Okay.
So who doesn't love margaritas, right? So we were like, we gotta have margaritas. We have mango, strawberry, tamarind, hibiscus, and traditional margaritas at all of our locations. And you can do just the margarita, or we have flights too, where you can have all the flavors. But it goes great with tacos or with anything.
The mango margarita is probably my favorite. It's so delicious.
With the tahini on the rim and the mangoes.
So
they're
good.
very good.
It's a little sprinkle. Delicious.
I can't believe we still don't know where to eat.
I know. It's driving me crazy. We need some inspo.
Fear not, my famished friends, for I am the dining caddy. It's we're a startup. But just imagine me as your own personal foodie oracle. I mean, look at all these reviews. They're not just words. They're culinary tales brought to life by passionate food enthusiasts like you. It's easy to find your next food place when you're following people whose food taste you trust.
Hi, my name's Emily. I just got done eating at Tacotarian, which is one of the best plant-based Mexican food places I've ever eaten. Plus, when you use the Dining Caddy app, you can get exclusive deals.
See, with Dining Caddy, all of your foodie adventures will begin. All you have to do is download the app, and you guys are going to experience gastronomical bliss.
Well, thank you, Regina, for joining us. So, as tradition for the Dining Caddy Where and What to Eat podcast, we like to end with offering some sort of deal for our customers, our viewers. So, what are you offering to the viewers today?
So we are offering anyone that comes and mentions you the 20% off.
20% off. Thank you so much.
Thank
That's going to be
you.
awesome.
Yeah. So come and have some vegan tacos.
Especially the Alpo store. And mango margarita.